Hi everyone, thank you for coming and listening to what we have to say. I'm going to focus on two things. I'm going to focus on the air in America, because the air America is growing, and to focus on sustainability. You know how important it is for us, family-owned business. Sustainability in aviation is crucial, and we're going to update you on where we are on that. And then Nicola will talk about planes and all the rest. So the air in America is growing, as you know. We have acquired a huge facility in Florida, not far from here, Stewart. We bought it from Triumph, and with this acquisition that has been done 1st of July, we are now more than 1,200 employees in America, present in 9 different locations, working with all the OEMs in North America, and that's important for us. We told you 5 years ago in our strategic plan that we want to become as American as we are Europeans, and we have done the first step towards that, and now that America really exists. So as I said, we integrated, we started business in Stewart, Florida, 1st of July, and we have a fantastic team over there. We spent, Nicola and myself, a whole day with them beginning of July to welcome them and to explain to them what's the difference between a family-owned company and a company owned by a fund. And I can tell you that that's a big difference. We are here for the long term. We are here to grow our relationship with Boeing, because it's one of the major suppliers of Boeing, major supplier of sub-assemblies for the 767. And thanks to that acquisition, now Boeing is as big a customer as Airbus is in our turnover, which is a good step forward in order to balance between Boeing and Airbus in aerostructures. So very proud of this acquisition, a fantastic team, and a very nice future ahead of us. Another great info that I wanted to share is that we have delivered the 1100 TBM, which is fantastic for us. You know, when we acquired Socrata in 2008, EADS at the time, Airbus now, told us, you know, the TBM is an old plane, it's ending its life, so you have to reinvent the TBM and find a new project in order to remain an aircraft manufacturer. We thought, on the contrary, that the TBM had a huge potential, and what we've done for 15 years now shows it. And 1100 is a nice figure, and we wanted to share that with you. Of course, the more we build airplanes, the more people we have in the TBM OPA. We had a great TBM OPA convention in Nashville a month ago. Behind these pictures of all the TBMs on the close one to the other. And the good news is that the TBM OPA has decided to expand its membership to the Kodiak owners, so 2 planes but 1 aircraft manufacturer. Nicola will explain that later. And a huge success, and we hope it's going to be a more and more successful year after year. And we have a new TBM OPA chairman, Andrew. I don't know whether he's here, but you'll see him. He's in Orlando. A few innovations on the Me and My TBM app. You know that we launched that 4 years ago now in Geneva, in US, more than 4 years ago. And of course, we have started including the Me and My TBM app, which was dedicated to safety to start with. We are starting integrating all the environmental issues, CO2 emissions, and the score, including the eco ranking. We think that it is important also that our pilots start integrating that in their planification. Because we do consider that we need to go to decarbonization of our sector. Future planes will be zero CO2 or will not be. We are committed to have the 2050 commitment of the industry of having fully decarbonized aircraft in 2050. And though the path is quite clear for us, we have started integrating sustainable aviation fuel from October 17th, all the planes leaving terms will have sustainable aviation fuel, and we think that's the first major step towards decarbonization, and we do support that route. Then, as you know, we announced 3 years ago at the Paris Air Show at the Bourget, the EcoPulse demonstrator. It's a program that we do with Safran and Airbus. Airbus providing the batteries, Safran the engines, and we are providing the aircraft. And we are learning a lot. We have done the first flight with the thermic engine. We will do the first flight with the dual energies before the Paris Air Show. And we are learning a lot on how to put high voltage electricity in an aircraft and how it works, because we do consider that we need to do this first step of a demonstrator before having our roadmap on products. Having said that, Nicolas, can you take over on aircraft and our vision of the two aircraft?
Thank you, Didier. Here's a small movie to feature our aircraft here on the ramp.
We're pleased to get forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kodiak is going to be one of the fastest non-pressurized single-engine turboprops.
We're very excited to see the new Kodiak coming a reality.
This new Kodiak today takes the best of the Kodiak 100, the best of the TBM, and brings it into a new product. And we're really excited to debut it.
Very happy to present the new Kodiak 900 that is on the ramp here at NBAA. You guys are very welcome to see at Exec the aircraft. Obviously, this is an addition to our family of airplanes. and this is the largest cabin that we currently produce, with in fact a double club seating that makes the aircraft extremely versatile in the use, and we expect the audience here at NBAA to see that this airplane can be another part of their fleet and operate the fastest single-engine non-pressurized aircraft. As you can see on the figures, it has some very nice features. It is carrying around the engine with a new PT6A 140 from Pratt & Whitney, Canada. And it's also the introduction on this class of aircraft of the flying-blade composite propeller that is not only providing performance in many ways, getting in and out small runways, but also having fast cruise speed of 210 knots, as well as keeping the environment, and we believe a lot of that, quieter than what is currently offered. As you can see, we never introduced any products in the last 8 years now that has not a component of sustainability. So, as you know, Didier was saying, it's not a new rodeo for us. It is something that is continuum. It's a continuum, and we believe that progress is in steps. And when we introduced the Kodiak 900, what we wanted is to make sure that the airplane would actually use the same amount of fuel that and if possible, less fuel, but at least had to be equal to what we currently use for the Kodiak 900. So the performance doesn't come with the price. Performance is definitely within the same price, and that's what the Kodiak 900 is able to do. Which, in fact, if you look at it, from pure calculation, it's a nice reduction of fuel savings, about 9%. And if you remember, that's about the same number we used when we introduced the TBM 900 over the TBM 850. But it's also a way to revisit and to change proposal. This is a large cabin. We can have a high density, which we could talk a little bit later. But in this executive version, this is a nice 8-seat club seating configuration with a lot of space that is also changing the way you can travel in this class of aircraft. One thing about the Kodiak is it doesn't serve just the purpose of private transportation. It also serves multi-role, and we have made our entry, let's say a larger entry into the special mission world, where in fact, in the last 18 months, we've been able to enjoy getting 10 orders from the different agencies around the US, and we are having more to come in not only the US, but also around the world, where the special use of a Kodiak is appreciated by the different use that you can have from law enforcement, firefighting, intelligence, or even air or medevac. We are also yet to see small cargo and freight, which the Kodiak will actually answer very, very well because of the use of it. But today, we're very happy to see that we can provide all of these missions with a safety record #1, and in fact, what has been appreciated by all of these operators as being one of the safest aircraft you can actually operate. The Kodiak 900 complements the Kodiak 100. If I have to say one thing, when we announced the introduction of the Kodiak 900 at Oshkosh, some people came to us and say, well, it is going to overlap what is the current offering of the Kodiak 100. And the best proof of that is to basically look at the market dynamics and the ordering. We haven't lost one single orders for the Kodiak 100 over the Kodiak 900, which means that today those two aircraft are serving their purpose and serve their markets, and there is a good market for the Kodiak 100. Basically, because if you don't need the space, the speed, the Kodiak 100 is an extraordinary aircraft and still worth to contemplate. So basically, we are committed to expand the Kodiak family, as you can see, and the Kodiak 900 is one proof. But we also want to continue to integrate this product into the Dyer family, and the Kodiak Care is today becoming TBM, with TBM Care, which is going to become the Dyer Care. So instead of just using a product-related support, we are going to have a company that is supporting both the products. We also are continuing to invest in some point to make sure that we can accommodate the Kodiak. Let's talk about TBM. We have the TBM 960. So the TBM 960 has been a tremendous success since its deliveries early. Sorry for that. So it's been a tremendous success since the delivery beginning of summer, and we're reaching almost 40 aircraft within the next few weeks. And this is continuing with a very solid order book that goes all the way to 2024.
Nicolas is always very emotional. Excuse him for that, but we are very proud of what we've done. The 960 certification in July, and we have all the deliveries done. 40, you said. Now you can talk again.
Thank you, Didier. So around the TBM 960, we have extraordinary features. One is, in fact, to introduce the very technological breakthrough with the Apex. In fact, the Apex, as you know, is a FedEx for turboprop. And today, we have had from our customers an excellent return after a few hundred of hours of operation. This has been proven to be the right move in this turboprop class of aircraft. But it's also something that comes along with a series of innovations that you have seen with us around the last few years. And HomeSafe is probably one of the very highlights. I don't think any of the customers today will think to return back into a conventional aircraft after they experienced, in fact, the peace of mind that HomeSafe procure to them and the passengers. It's even interesting when we fly, not too often, but when we fly corporate-wise, that our own employees are looking for this orange button when they fly the aircraft. That comes also with a certain number of interesting features, and we redesigned, as you know, the cabin. It is something that has been extremely appreciated by our customers to provide not only all of the amenities that we're all looking when we look at the interior, but also having a different feel, a different design that is more modern. So I was talking about the support, and we are here at NBAA, and for us it's very important. Number one, let's talk about, we have been able to, thank you very much, ProPilot, to be ranked number one again for the second time on the row, and this is something that is very much appreciated. But we do that because we're truly, I'm sorry. We truly believe that taking care of the customers and making sure that they have continuous and smooth operation is something that is critical when it comes to the product offering. So obviously, that comes with numbers, and we not only support a large fleet of TBMs, and it's about 1,000 here in the US, almost, that's the next milestone. But if we look at the legacy, we have the support group is overseeing 5,000 of those aircraft. It comes all the way back to the Rally, the TB line, which we produced up until the early 2000s. So it's not just about the TBM and the Kodiak, it's also making sure that our existing customers are happy of what we are doing, and that is done through a 27 support team that is under Raphael Maître, and I think he had some interesting comments this morning to explain why our customers are looking after us, especially when it comes to operation and the tips that we're able to give them. You were mentioning my TBM, which is in fact the front side of the applications that we're able to do for them. Behind the scene, our support team is relying a lot on data to support our customers. But it's also a very comprehensive network of dealers and service centers around the world. And as you can see, we have combined 54 of those places where everywhere in the world you can be serviced with a Daher. And it's no surprise that some of our customers would like to go around the world, and they do that without any fear of breaking somewhere, because they know that we are on standby to help them, and in fact, because the aircraft doesn't break. So a little bit of words to finalize with the people that are in love with numbers. The field status, as you can see, we have altogether, as we speak, past that 1100th aircraft with 1,114 aircraft delivered, TPM-wise. Still having a large number of them that are in North America and more specifically in the US. And you can see the distribution where the TBM 960 is taking in the light pink slowly. I think the numbers are showing, and the stats are a little bit slower than the number of deliveries. So 2% of 1,000 doesn't make 40, so we need to correct that for the next slide. Kodiak, because I want to be careful about people that are looking at the numbers and adding the numbers altogether. For the Kodiak, as you can see, we also have had a good number of deliveries. And today, so far, we have 313 aircraft. Certainly, 320 is scheduled to be delivered before the end of the year. And also, we will have the first Kodiak 900 delivery before the end of the year. And the distribution, as you can see, is slightly different, which is helping us to look at a different demographic for the aircraft. So those two products are complementing them very nicely. This is what we wanted to provide you with this press conference, and I'd like to welcome the question.